Welcome back to the channel. Dane Scott from Dane Scott's Truckers Lounge. Can you believe it? It's almost a month until the GMC Jamboree. It's going to be May, I think, like tomorrow or the next day or something like that. We're at the end of April. But anyways, this episode, I need some stuff, some parts for Grasshopper. So I think we got to take a little trip, and you might recognize this place. Stick around town. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Gears in a 9-speed hood, I'd pull it in if I knew I could. The old truck stop's been gone a long time, so kick it in the rear and put the hammer down. Put this show on the road, shall we? 18 wheels just laying it down, and you can hear that humming sound. Pouring coal from a bright chrome stack, riding soft like a Cadillac. It's my life, it's my love, it's my beat-up built 359.
Welcome. I'm watching you guys.
All right, welcome back. Before we take a little trip to get some stuff, let's take a look at what we need. You know, we're working on Grasshopper here, trying to wrap up the wiring. Engine's been done, the transmission's been done, the exhaust has been done, the paint is done. We still got to put the do this change out of the suspension. That'll be last. Gonna polish the tanks and get those put on. And now we're in the interior. So let me give you some light. There, we got a little light. Yeah, we need some stuff. What we're gonna do is in here we're going to put circuit breakers. I need some circuit breakers out of some Astros, and I know where there's a couple we can get them. So this week we're going to wrap up this dash. We've been wiring. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. I guess I'll show you this now. This is what I spent my Saturday doing yesterday. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it'll do. So the colors in here, you're starting to see the theme. It'll be browns and beiges. But yeah, I wanted a custom console. We'll still put an 8-track in there and a CB, and then I made like a pocket. What do you call it? Glove box. What's wrong with me? Yeah, little glove box to put things, because it's always hard to put little doodads when you're in a Cabover. So. Because they bounce around, so that'll be good. I'll show you what we did here on the let's just pull that off. So we mounted the turn signals. Of course, they're all wired in. The headlights are almost done. We got the buckets in, the wires run, and we just got to connect everything up. But move the turn signals. They were up here. Wanted them down here so that they're a little more visible. I think it'll overall look good too with the parking lights that are in there. And I'm going to try to keep those original bulbs. They work because there's history right there. Them things were on for a long time, a lot of years. And I also put back on the new mirrors, but I put the old reflector that was up there just for nostalgia, because it was always there. It needs to be there. And I don't think I ever showed you guys, but a buddy stopped by and brought me some killer vent windows, because I didn't have any. That's how all them stinking critters got in the truck. So we put in the vent windows. And this one was also a right side vent window, but I put it on anyway. The handle was broke off. So we'll just keep it closed. I mean, come on. Where else are you going to find one? So that took care of that. So that's kind of the update. Of course, starting to switch out what we want in this, and we needed a resource for some gauges for relay, starter relay, stuff like that, buzzers, all that good stuff. I'm putting the main battery kill right here, because in the other KW it was on the battery box. So I'd get in the cab, I'd climb up, sit down and go, ugh, I forgot to turn on the breaker. Have to climb back down, go around the truck, turn on the breaker, and get back in. So Mr. Wizard says, let's put it in the dash. I said, absolutely. So that'll go there. Got a new starter button. Got these little LEDs. They'll go under the switches, and they'll also be for blinkers. We'll put one here and one over there on either side of the dash of the steering wheel. And these breakers are so old, we're not using them, but I'll leave them in there. And that's why we're going to go find some breaker I don't know what you call them, breaker blocks or whatever, out of the Astros, because Mr. Wizard says they'll work perfect. So now it's time. Let's go take a trip and let's gather some parts. Not much has changed.
No, not really. Well, here we are.
So if you guys don't remember, this is the location where I went to 2 years ago with Mr. Wizard looking for a sun visor for the 79 Astro, and the 73 blue and white Astro was there, and I was going to get the sun visor and we couldn't get it off. So I asked the guy, just out of curiosity, how about if I buy the whole truck? And he gave me a killer deal. So this is where BlueJay came from. We dug him out of the weeds. We had to cut all them vines and trees and crawl under it, and it was quite an ordeal. But so we haven't been here 2 years, but I remembered these other trucks were here so we could get some parts. So let's follow along. I cannot wait for my call. Oh, hey, you know, you guys can't really call yourself old school drivers unless you're gulping down some of this Hammerdown Coffee Company coffee. I mean, have you tasted this stuff? They've got full throttle light roast, they've got full locker medium blend, they've got a red eye espresso, which is like a medium dark, they've got a reset blend, decaf, but it's dark, and my personal favorite that I'm waiting for patiently, deep production dark roast. So try Hammerdown Coffee by clicking the link right below, and that'll take you right to the site to order your very own Hammerdown Coffee. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember or saw the video of this Brockway, but there's a Brockway triaxle, and that truck is very restorable. Yeah. Very cool truck. And it's got the wolf on it still. Or the sled dog, I'm not sure which, but isn't that awesome? Brockway 361. And then there's this bad boy, FWD. He actually used this to pull BlueJay out of the weeds when we were here a couple years ago. And this Freightliner's still here. I would love to have this Freightliner. Look at that. So unique. Look at the intake system on that one. It's got the alcove for the exhaust. That truck right there is restorable. That is definitely restorable. Look at that. Glass is good again. All his glass here is good. Pretty amazing. International 220. There's a beast of a wrecker. Right here is where BlueJay sat. The Astro. Yep. For 17 years, we dug them out. There's Big Bertha. I still love those fender lights. Okay, we made the round circle. Well, let's see if we can get a few parts off of these Astros. Yeah, these are what I want. Definitely want those. See, both sides are intact. That one's been up a little bit, but still, those look great. Yeah, I think I want to try and get those steps. Oh, there's a battery box too. Try and find one of those for an Astro. A little bit damaged there, but Detroit. I think this has got a 92 in it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. If the 03. So what'd you guys find?
Well, we found something here that a lot probably won't know about, and probably only a few have heard of, because we had never heard of it.
Okay.
There's a gauge.
I saw that there earlier. I wondered what it was.
Do you see what it says? To the right.
I can't.
Zoom in on it.
Protector or reflector?
Deflector.
Deflector.
Now there's a switch up there on the dash, and you can, if you can get a shot of that, maybe.
The two rocker switches this way.
Up on the center part of the dash, they're above the brake valves.
Okay.
There's a switch up there that says VeriShield.
VeriShield.
So we're surmising that that deflector gauge indicates the angle of your air deflector, and there's a little apparatus up on the roof that kind of corresponds to that.
No kidding.
Yep.
There's
No
not much left.
kidding.
You can't see it, you have to get up there.
Okay.
You can just see it through there. Move that pipe to your left.
Okay.
That's a little electrical connection.
Yeah.
So that must have controlled some kind of a servo
Yeah, there's brackets up there.
that ran your degree of angle on your wind deflector.
That's crazy.
Isn't
Never
that
heard of that at all.
Well, we just had to look it up because we never saw anything like it. So that would suggest to me that this was a pretty high-end spec'd out truck once upon a time. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't think very many trucks came with those in the factory.
Well, like I said, this was beautiful in its day. Silver with white pinstripes and black. Put chrome on it. He's got the full gauge package plus that.
Eagle sticker and everything.
Yeah. He was a frustrated TransStar
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, being in Kenworth, you would be.
Yeah.
Look at that headliner.
I know.
Think that pictures?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Sun visors too. You're fresh out of sun visors.
Oh, I've got that blue. It's the blue one, the clear blue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very, very rare. Never see those. Never. But yeah, that's what I wondered about this.
You get the covers and the dome lights over the speakers. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Or the dome lights themselves.
Yeah. Well, you got to cover the speakers up some way.
That one's missing. That one isn't. Yeah. So
Even if it don't fit, you'll be the only one in your neighborhood with them.
yeah, that's right. But yeah, there's some probably usable gauges that are still pretty decent in here.
I would try to get
These lights I like.
deflector gauge out of it.
Yeah.
Heck of it. That's just got a cool factor to it.
Yeah, we'll just install it just for that purpose.
I think easiest way in them gauges would be take that whole panel.
Uh huh. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The screws are already gone, so that'll.
That'll speed it up a little bit.
Yep. All right, I'll go get the tools.
And we're going to take these headlight buckets too.
Okay.
Look at the ones with the lights in them.
Oh yeah,
Look how
nice.
nice those
Yep.
Let's see if there's any more over here. They were in this cubby under the seat.
Yeah, they are nice.
are. There's the lens off the watcher. There's the lens off the dome light right there. Right beside the seat.
Well, that's one, but these ones are. See how it's ribbed? It's clear and ribbed. They're
okay.
round.
And this one's missing.
Yeah. But maybe that does go up. Maybe it was a different one that they put up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll go get the tools.
All right.
I was just looking for power steering here.
Oh, yeah, grab that too.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. There's another bucket.
And another one
Yep.
back here.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Workhorses of yesteryear.
Yeah. Oh. January 2000.
Yeah, I got another counter here. It's pretty well ate by rats. February 2000.
There we go.
All right, yeah.
All right. Hide your kids. They're dressed.
She's somebody's grandmother
That's right. Yep, I know.
at this point.
Grammy, is that you? Ooh, nice. International.
Probably no good, hence the reason it's laying back here, but
Okay, girls and boys and girls. I worked for every piece that we're taking. So let's take a look at the haul of all the goodies. So there's the dash, and I'll be using some of those. We figure we might as well take them. It's there. And look at, I got my ignition with a key. Hello, because I don't have one, and there it is in that other truck. So we took the whole panel. Look at this. It's even got a switch for the Jake brake. Yeah. But I'll have to put Jake brakes on that 8V71 because it don't have them. So hint, hint. Needs some Jake brakes. All right. And for the inside, I went ahead and took these coved corners because they're plastic. and that'll at least save me having to do the driver's side and passenger side. All I'll have to do is the main roof. You saw where the console's at, just the flat section and where it rolls forward, and I'll put those in. They'll be painted, of course, and I got some killer sun visors that match the console you just saw me make. Isn't that cool? So then there's all kinds of good. Well, let me show you first this breaker. This is what we were talking about. So we got 2 of those for inside the dash. And look at this. I bet. Oh, that's the air cleaner. Okay, but I just bet you guys have never seen one of these. Well, maybe some of you have, but for the most part, most of you have never seen it. And if you remember back to when we were there actually getting the parts, we talked about this little deal right here, the deflector gauge, telling us at what position the roof deflector was at. That was on that particular KW. Got some air conditioning ducts. You can always use those. They go in a multitude of styles of trucks. We got these little plastic nuts for the air cleaner. Those things are ridiculous money to buy them. And some headlight dishes. Anything that we thought we needed to take that's hard to get in good shape. So that's the haul. And I think that should do it for the update on Grasshopper. So let's move on. All right, boys and girls and boys, for our Scriber rides this week, fresh from Arizona, the hot and dry climate down there, Ray Mules got 4 trucks to show us. And let me read his information. He said, here's some photos of Mad Max, which is a Dodge D350, and the Ford F800. Both trucks are turbo diesel. Both trucks are turbo. Both trucks are turbo diesel. And last but not least, the one and only creation work in progress with a 59 turbo diesel on a Mallard motorhome frame, modified to fit the Dodge cab and Pete sleeper. Is that crazy or what? And then number 4, of course, is the Peterbilt 352, which happens to be a 74, which is what I had. I mean, come on, Ray. And he calls this Peter Piper. So Ray, you got some cool rides there. And guess what? Ray's gonna be at the Jamboree for the 2nd time. Yeah, he's got a long drive ahead of him. And I appreciate you, Ray. So listen, until next time, you guys make sure you keep the hammer down safe and sound.